Tunisia don't really know what they're getting into, and that element of surprise should be able to help Uganda in this game here, especially early on. And I think for the Ugandan team, it's important to have a good start. They don't want to start badly and just allow the floodgates to open, take the pressure off from Tunisia. You know, make them anxious, go at them early, see if you can have a good first quarter and really turn the pressure up.
Well, we're going to have the national anthems played for both teams now, starting with Uganda. Well observed by the home crowd. Now the national anthem for the host of the AfroBasket, Tunisia. Well, it's been a huge build-up to this event for Tunisia, the host nation of AfroBasket 2015. There's Adel Talatli, and going to exchange greetings as well as his players with the membership from Uganda. And Uganda just taking that little bit extra time here, little huddle before they go out and shake hands with Tunisia. Referees Damir Jabor from Slovenia, Same Estefanus from Egypt, and Yusuf Maiga from Mali. Amin Razig, the veteran. They're with this national team, leading them. Of course, the biggest name is Salah Mejri, who pretty much won everything you could win last year with Real Madrid. Spain, the Copa del Rey, the Spanish League, as well as the Euro League. And he's signed this summer for the Dallas Mavericks. So we'll see if he can take advantage of that opportunity to go over there and make that regular season roster. Well, for Uganda, Jiruni Lutwama, the coach, has really a cast of unknowns. And I guess you were impressed by some players. They're kind of an unknown entity. They've done well to get here, but their starting five will be Makosa, Omwani, Josh Johnson, Brandon Sebirumbi, and Stanley Ochiti. And Josh Johnson played for a while in England, didn't he? High school basketball.
Yeah, Josh Johnson is a player currently in England, so he's one that I know pretty well, and he'll be up against it at the point guard position. But, he's a player that likes the big occasion. You know, as we said, a Ugandan team, a lot of the players play in the Ugandan league, so they are unknown, you know, on the international stage, so to speak. But these Tunisian players, you know, a number of them are now world known as well.
Well, Makram Ben Ramdan, number 12, obviously is a huge name. And we've talked about Salah Mejri, Amin Rizik as well. But interestingly, they've also got a player named Michael Roll, a naturalized player that we'll talk about. And he's in the starting lineup, along with Mohamed Hadidan, Omar Abada, Ben Ramdan, and Mejri. So Roll and Mejri played together at Antwerp, and you know, we're good friends. And Mejri made a strong recommendation to his coach Talatli. And speaking to Talatli today, he's like, listen, Roll came here for one thing and one thing only, to try to get to the Olympics. You know, he didn't want anything else. And more importantly, he was able to blend in with the team for the month that he's been there. So the key players, Stanley Ochichi of Uganda, and of course the 29-year-old Salah Mejri for Tunisia.
Mejri's, you know, he's hot and cold sometimes. He's a very emotional player. You know, it's important, especially on an occasion like this, he keeps a clear head because he's so important. Ochichi on the other side, he's going to have to carry the bulk of the load for Uganda on the inside. You know, this Tunisian front line, Mejri, yeah, I'm a big Ben Ramdan fan. I think he's a fantastic basketball player. You know, he just finds a way to get it done. And he's kind of the key as well. Mejri's up and down. Ben Ramdan is Mr. Consistent, does it all for them. So, you know, whoever he matches up with on the other side, it's going to be tough for him. He's going to have a job to try and slow them down.
Let me ask you real quickly, what is that one quality that really makes Salah Mejri, as Muhammad talks to his players, what is that one quality from Mejri that makes him such a great player, that made him the AfroBasket MVP back in 2011 and that caught the eye of the Dallas Mavericks?
I think, you know, the athleticism, the speed of that he has at his size, and more than anything, the motor as well. You know, he gets up and down the floor so quickly. He's so active on the glass. He's so active trying to block shots. You know, he had more block shots in the world at the Olympics than anybody else, even though his team only played 5 games and a lot of teams played 8 games. So he'll get after it. You know, it's just that energy that he brings to his team.
Well, you know, Adil Talatli had when he brought Mejri into the squad, you know, he didn't have that much experience. Nobody knew who Mejri was, and almost caught some flack for doing it several years ago, and now he's been proven right. You know, he was the guy that, though he had not much experience at all in his youth days, has emerged, and clearly the real star of Tunisian basketball, and one of the stars, one of the bright stars of African basketball. We're going to have a moment of silence. I understand as the players come out to mark the passing of Adil Talatli's mother, who passed away today. Adil Talatli is the coach of Tunisia. The crowd is being told right now, so this will be impeccable. So it's a night of many emotions tonight for Adil Talatli.
تونس هذه دقيقة صمت ترحما على روح والد السيد عادل الجاتي مسؤول الأثر مشكورين جدا.
This is the silence in honor of Adil Talatli's mother, the Tunisia coach. His mother passed away today.
شكرا جزيلا.
He's a great character, Adil Talatli, and you know, we saw him in 2010, the World Cup. And wonderful person. So our hearts go out to him, and hope that he and Tunisia will have a wonderful AfroBasket. Well, hello everybody. If you're just joining us, it's AfroBasket 2015, the fourth game of the opening days. Tunisia taking on Uganda. And the host nation here has won the opening tip wearing the white. Attacking the basket to the right on your screen. Here's the naturalized addition to the team, Michael Roll. And quickly into the lane. A foul has been called against Uganda. So Tunisia's number 4, Omar Abada, picks up the foul on the big fella from Uganda.
Pressure on him as a young guard. First experience with the national team. Abada, 22 years of age.
And Hamidan misses. And Brandon Sebarundi gets the rebound and a nice quick attack. And Ochiti puts it up off the glass and in. Boy, that was just like a ball shot from a gun all the way to the other end of the floor.
Ochiti's a veteran, you know, he's not going to be fazed by this occasion. Played in Japan, played in the UK, played all over the world. He won't have any qualms about going against this front line.
Well, that was a foul, another foul called. Here it is, and again on Sebarundi. So that's 2 fouls now on him. So that's not what the doctor ordered if you're Uganda. And then Ramadan passes to Salah Mejri, and Salah Mejri goes up and misses. And Ramadan can't control it, so it goes out of bounds.
So it's important for Uganda to have a strong start.
And Josh Johnson.
Want to put the pressure on Tunisia.
Johnson with the turnover, Roll now pulls up right inside the line and gets it to fall.
Take away some of the nerves, first points.
So a big moment for both of these teams, their first game at the AfroBasket, this year anyway. And Uganda go down and long 3, no good. Now back over to Roll in the open floor, pulls up for 3, and the rebound for Uganda. On warning, gets it over to Johnson. And traveling is the call. So a couple of quick turnovers here for Uganda.
It's the same thing, Tunisia, you know, we talked about their nerves, but Uganda will have them as well. Big occasion like this, they won't be used to playing at this stage.
Then Ramadan, and the 3 is good. One of the all-time greats of Tunisian basketball, Akram Ben Ramadan.
He's such a versatile player. You know, at the AfroBasket level, plays the 3 and the 4, depending on who's guarding him. Multi-skilled Ben Ramadan.
Ochiti puts up for 3. And now look up ahead to Ben Ramadan. He chases it. And Uganda just able to get it. Johnson was able to get it before Mejri. And now Sebarundi back inside to Ochiti. And Ochiti, chitty bang bang, knocks it in off the glass. You know that must be his nickname somewhere. Ochiti bang bang. Now Ramadan over to Michael Roll from the corner. Short. And another miss for Abada. And now Abada takes it out. And here he is driving and he scores, uses the glass. Omar Abada.
Confident figure, runs back, points to the crowd.
Johnson turns, has the ball stolen by Mejri.
Mejri wanting the lob job there, tried to go back court.
Ben Ramdam gets inside, puts it up and in off the glass.
We've seen it all, haven't we? The post up, offensive rebound. He's hit the three, he's got to the ring already. Good start for Tunisia.
Well, this time a foul called on Tunisia. Michael Roll, his first foul. Josh Johnson takes a seat. And into the game, number 10, Kassim Magweri. Well, out on the wing. Chiti, no good. And Seberimbi misses, but another follow for Uganda. And the reach and the foul called on Obata.
Work on the offensive glass, Uganda. They need to try and win those effort areas. Offensive rebound, loose balls, things like that. If they can get extra possessions, that's how they stay in a game. Took all afternoon or all evening as well. And they need when the team behind or the team underdog to shoot the ball well from the perimeter as well.
Hadidan swept in for the rebound after the miss from Mukuza. New experience here for a lot of these players for Uganda. Hadidan drives and is denied. Koza, cross court. Penetration and Salah Mesri just rejects it. Seberimbi with the rebound. The game opening up a little. Uganda like the penetration and then to kick it back out.
I think both teams really want an up and down game. They're both trying to feel it's the way they can win. Tunisia like to play fast tempo, and Uganda an open floor, give them an opportunity to get scores. Just got to hope Tunisia don't hit, especially from the perimeter in transition.
Well, Ben Ramdam, good! Well, he's really drilling the three, doing it all, as you said.
Really can do pretty much anything he wants offensively. Ben Ramdam, such a talented player.
Pass out to Achiti and bang bang again for Achiti.
He's gonna have to play some defense.
Oh, and the steal, almost. A nice little pick there for Uganda. Salah Mesri with his rejection. Again. That was almost on the way down, wasn't it?
Came over, challenged the penetration. Pass was made, and then he blocked that one. So quick, so athletic. Smaller lineup for Uganda now. So they deal with the size from Tunisia.
Hadidan penetrates, gets the contact, and it's good. So, an and one coming for Hadidan. So Hadidan trying to stretch it to 8, but yeah, he does. He's not clean, but he gets it to go down.
Yeah, he played in 2013, but was a bit part player. You know, really has evolved to now be in the starting lineup.
Oh, nice floating move. Get it back. Three-pointer. Good. Another three. What can you say? I mean, Stanley Uchidi has come out drilling it. Talk about a power forward that can shoot the three. He looks good.
He's a high-volume scorer. He's played around Europe, around the world, now in Japan as well. So, pedigree. Just make Contains Mejri off the dribble, doesn't need to do anything crazy. He's not a three-point threat, doesn't need to be pressuring him on the three-point line. He wants himself to get beaten.
Three from Abada rather, and now Uganda with an opportunity. Uganda not showing any signs of a stage fright here early on in the debut appearance. Roll with both hands up. Ochidi, and it helps when you have a guy, a power forward, that hits 4 3-pointers in the first 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah. He talks about, you can feel the tension in the arena here. It's almost silent. Again, he's going to let Mejri go past him. He doesn't need to do that. Mejri has it, just give him a little bit of space. Yeah, it's fine to pressure him, try and get a steal, but you cannot allow Mejri to put it on the floor and get to the ring. But Uganda, the longer they stay in this game, the more this arena just kind of hushes further and further. And when he hit that three, there was almost a groan from the crowd. Now, every time Tunisia miss, you can feel, the crowd almost groan again more and more. That's when the pressure will build.
Yeah, far from the feeling that was sweeping through the arena when we were listening to the Tunisian rap star in the opening ceremonies.
One of your favorites.
He had a Mejri jersey. They're both misses, and goodness me, if they get into a shooting and he drills the three, they'll have to lead Uganda. Oh, beautiful drive, but the finish wasn't there for Naguere. Now Ben Ramdan back to Hamidan. And Michael Roll. Roll drifts in. Alley-oop pass to Salah Mejri.
Get the crowd going. Roll just has such a beautiful stroke on the jumper. Teams know that. Takes the attention.
Well, we got to penetrate. Quickly, Roll goes behind his back to free himself. He's a big-time player in high school in America. Played at UCLA. Doesn't get any better than that. He's carved out a nice career for himself as a professional player in Europe. He is with the alley-oop pass to Mejri, one of the plays of the day without question. Look at that. Boy, Mejri he just plays with a smile on his face usually. Timeout.
Defense and help, all right? Help on that drive, right? The ball pressure has to be better, okay? They're driving so easy without
Tunisia have gotten a lot of joy in the paint.
All right? So let's talk about on defense. Let's go.
Has been a chitty. He's been able to go out and knock down 4 3-pointers in the first 8 minutes. In the first 7 minutes, and something to behold. Remember, in this AfroBasket, the winner will qualify for the Olympics, and second and third place teams will get to the Olympic qualifying tournament. We'll get to an Olympic qualifying tournament. There'll be 3 for the men now, and additionally, in this tournament, in the 4 groups, the teams will all advance. So effectively what's happening is these teams are playing not only to get into their rhythm and with that ultimate aim of getting to the podium, but right now they're playing for positions in the standings to improve their chances getting to that knockout round with a more favorable opponent. Hamidan, he played at the Olympics in 2012. He wants to go back. Makes both. Penetration and drive. And just maybe asking a little bit too much that time from Inabu. referee puts the ball on the deck, passes it outside to Ben Ramadan and charges. The Slovenian referee on the call.
So Meshri's got to be smart. He was pressured before, and there was a lot of space for him to go one-on-one. But you don't need him, penetrating and kicking to three-point shooters. You want him catching it around the ring or pick and roll. An easy finish.
Oh, good defense from Ben Ramadan. You hear about his offense, but he's trying to get it done defensively there. Fouled again, and this time it's the foul has been called on number 8, Mehdi Saya, who's come into the game.
Success in breaking down the perimeter defense of Tunisia, Uganda. Consistently they've been able to get past that first layer of defense. They've got into the paint. The problem is trying to finish against Mejri, against this Tunisian front line, but they have been able to penetrate, and now Mejri's out of the game. Maybe they can have better success.
Well, Gayaza's in. Attempt from the left corner. Too long there from Mwani. Oh, Gayaza almost scores after coming into the game immediately. And instead he picks up a foul. Here he is. He was right in position to score, just didn't get it up strong enough. He's another of the players, Gayaza, that played at the Olympics. There's Amin Razig. I've heard that Amin Razig was thinking about retiring after the last AfroBasket. In fact, after the Olympics, but he's stuck with the team. If you don't want to retire before you lose the AfroBasket.
No, definitely not. So years ago, win this, you retire before making an Olympic Games, or one more year perhaps. But
there's no places are guaranteed in the team as well. You got to go out and compete for them. So you got to have a good year. So Uganda cutting it to 19-15. Two free throws. Gayaza. And goes straight at Ochiti. And Ochiti thought the foul was a charge. So now he walks back.
Ochiti picks up 2 fouls. He has all 15 points for Uganda at this point. They will not want to take him out. Maybe worth it for these 42 seconds though. The board's wrong up there.
Yeah, the board's wrong, yeah.
Sorry, 2 free throws, of course, from Maguire. But the board's showing he has 15.
Well, it seems like he scored them all, that's for sure. 42.8 seconds left, and the free throws take it up to a 6-point lead. Quickly. And perhaps a little too quickly there. Number 12, Omwani, gets back over to Tunisia. And out to Hadidan for 3. Go! Well, it's a 5-point swing. And Tunisia now with their biggest lead of the game.
Crowd getting louder and louder.
It's a good job by Saya to push the ball up the floor. Uganda take it early and drill the three-pointer. So get it back to 6. But now quickly Saya takes it right down the lane and misses. So it could have been worse for Uganda. As it is, they trail 24-18 against hosts Tunisia. There's Hadidan, and one of the three-pointers to fall in this game. Seven three-pointers in all in this first quarter.
solid, if spectacular start from Tunisia, really. The only thing you'd say, if Stanley Oshiti hadn't had that hot spell from beyond the three-point line, you see he's made all 4 of those threes. Oh, sorry, he's made 3 threes.
He must have had one as a
2.
As a 2, yeah. It looked like he had 4. Yeah. The team has 4.
He's 3 of 5 himself. So, you've got to say, without his hot spell, maybe it'll be better for Tunisia, but so far so good. Even though this crowd hasn't really been able to get into the game, perhaps the way they would have hoped.
Makram Ben Ramdam with 8 points, as good as advertised, and Tunisia lead it 24-18 at the end of the first quarter. So he's off to a great start. Here's what he was able to do. He hit that 3, then he scored with that drive. And second quarter action is underway here in Radis, just outside of Tunis. Now, the jump shot falls, and that one was Jimmy Inabu. So the jumpers have been falling for Uganda.
It gives them another dimension. If they can hit a couple of jump shots, it'll open up the lane again. It was a score.
And that is a tough foul because Brandon Seburumbi has just picked up his 3rd, and he's going to have to take a seat. And it wasn't very effective either because Tunisia, Gayaza was able to make the basket. It looked like it was a tough call. He has to take a seat.
The problem
for him.
The problem is the initial defense. He was upright and allowed, the big man to step inside Gayaza and get position. So by the time he's got the ball, it's too late. You almost have to give up the 2 rather than try and get the steal. You've got to do a better job denying that position.
What explosive to the other end. And the foul on Ben Ramdam going for the rebound. A good rebound from Henry Malinga. Adidad comes out. And Abbasi comes in, Mohamed Abbasi. Ben Ramdam comes out as well. So the 2 big guns are out for Tunisia. Zig has the veteran checked in. Once probably the best player in Tunisia basketball. Here he is, left open, drills it! Oh, right on cue, he says, put me in, coach.
2009 all-tournament team. With medal. First,
got 3rd place,
yeah. World Championship qualification. He was the lead player. Really, he was the one that sort of kick-started this Tunisian basketball surge that we've seen in the last decade or so.
1 on the shot clock. Ochidi, well, if he had made that one, that would have brought the house down, certainly back from Uganda. In it goes. And a miss from Abbasi. Reach, and a foul called on Tunisia. You can see he really wants to be out there playing. His role not quite as important as it was in terms of points as in the past, but still he's a leader. And a shot was an air ball. Uganda chased it and almost got it back. It was one of those weird plays. And the Uganda coach just looks on, taking it all in. You know, the one element to Tunisia's game that I haven't seen so far tonight anyway has been a real physical element. Interesting to see if how that plays out for the rest of the tournament. And three-pointer has been made by El Malbrook. Mourad El Malbrook, another of the reserves coming off the bench, coming into the game.
Another good shooter as well. A lot of these Tunisians are.
A good answer from Henry Malinga.
He's a veteran, 36 years of age.
Gayaza gets it, turns to his right. Machitsi goes up for the rebound. And Razik comes in from behind and commits the foul. There's some more substitutions.
Shooter goes out, so this will be the key now for Uganda. How are they going to score without him on the floor? Mesri's not on, so maybe they can get to the ring on this penetration.
No hesitation. Stephen Owomni missed that one. Kalwani has come into the game. Also into the game, number 11. Sorry, that's Kalwani, number 11. Let's see who else came in. Anyway. See somebody else get their baptism, AfroBasket baptism. And it'll be number 9. Oh, Samuel Makuza has already been in the game. So Nagweri comes out of the game. Razik out and open, but they weren't able to find him. If I'm Tunisia and Razik comes out and hits an early three, I might like to run something else for him, look for him. He hasn't really had a look since. 33-22. And the pass just a little bit too hard off the hands of the Uganda player. Comes back to Tunisia. And Bassi unable to control it. The ball goes out of bounds. The basketball is not able to finish. Another jump shot. Missed this time, and Razik crashes the boards and comes down with it. Three-pointer no good. Inabu had the ball, but didn't hold on to it.
It works for both teams, but a lot of reserves in. And finding the net as easily as the starters right now. This is 4 seconds on the clock. Maybe smarter than that.
Well, Adil Taladli wants the timeout to discuss events. Not quite happy with how things are going, so Moni picks up his second foul meanwhile. Well, Lloyd, it's not every day that you get to come to Tunisia to watch 4 AfroBasket games in a day, but we've been able to do that today. I dare say we'll be able to do it tomorrow. It's quite exciting stuff, isn't it? Yeah, 40 points for me. Tunisia, 6 of 9, down to 2 of 6. We alluded to it. What really gave Uganda a platform to build something on here early on. This game right there, 76. But you know, there's no substitute for experience. Really, this international basketball level, Uganda don't have it. Tunisia has a bunch of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And more than that, Tunisia really have a higher caliber of player as well. So Uganda, as we said, coming as the underdogs, but they've done well. They're hanging on. They're battling this foul problems as well, which hasn't helped. We've seen it consistently through this tournament and how fouls are really important, even on day one. But if they can hang close, keep it within sort of 10 or so for the half, I'm sure they'll be delighted.
Right now the lead's 11 for Tunisia. And Abassi fouled. The coach electing to rest some of his guys with Mejri and Ben Ramdan out of the game. Zig passes over to his teammate El Mabouk, but El Mabouk off target. Oh, beautiful penetration and drive from Makuza, Samuel Makuza.
And that's the way they've got to kind of operate now. Uganda trying to get to the ring in the early offense. If they can't get all the way to finish, kick it out. That's the time they know. And they shoot the jumper.
And another offensive foul called against Tunisia, so they get it right back to Uganda.
And they've got to continue to play great defense and rebound the ball as well.
And that foul was on Rizig, his second foul.
Right on cue though. Tunisia, like I said, you can sense that they're not playing their best. They've got a lot of reserves in. So straight away, back come the starting front court. And the veteran presence of Kinawa as well.
And Leslie back in. Tunisia up 9. And quick shot from Uganda. Hustle play. And the hustle allows them to get the ball back.
Great hustle to get it back. Not the wisest shot in the early offense though. In Uganda, they're lucky really to get another chance here.
Oshiti has come back in as well for Uganda here with Mejri back. And unselfish play, but perhaps a difficult play, turns it over. That was Malinga trying to get it to Ochiti. Ben Ramdan has done a little bit of everything tonight for Tunisia. So plenty of more options. Michael Wall's still not back in the game yet. Still got a few reserves on the court, but another foul on Uganda. Inabu, his second.
Again, Tunisia will want to get everybody action in this first half as much as possible. Just having a quick look, 11 players have played. You know, that's what they'll want to do, because you don't want somebody sitting there getting nervous as the tournament goes on. So get them in, get them used to the court, used to the surroundings, the fans. The game's still tight in the second half. That's when they can shorten the rotation as much as they need to.
Well, they failed to rebound, and Salah Mejri got the long offensive rebound and put it right back up. Not really to the delight of Talatli. Quick shot, Salah Mejri with the rebound, and brings up the floor. Well, almost goes coast to coast, doesn't he? Gives it over to Rizig in the end, and the veterans. And a foul called on Salah Mejri. Kind of smiles and walks down the court. It's hard to see much wrong with that for either player.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was before that, whether we give hands in the back. Often it's an easy call for the official. You put two hands on the back of the defender.
Well, he did signal a push, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's often what referees, as soon as they see the hands on, they'll call it. I'm not really sure. He's done a good job here. He's smiling, he's got to shake the referee's hand. Sometimes for me he gets too involved in the referees, you know, listens to and pays attention too much to the calls, and that affects his play.
So Chiti is such a good shooter that he put it off the back of the rim and still bounced up and went in. Makes both. And he gets it back to an 8-point game. So fans here, not able to celebrate yet. The team still just up by 8 points. Kanua, 6 in the game, dribbling around. Now Ben Ramdam. And Zeke hands it off to Mesri for the dunk. But quickly to the other end is Uganda, and the ball goes in despite it looked like Ben Ramdam chasing it down and getting a hand on it.
Beautiful transition from Uganda. That's twice we've seen them just sneak out, catch the Tunisian defense nothing. Easy points are always welcome.
Absolutely. Pass into Razig, and Razig just missed the easiest of plays. And the ball will go over to Uganda. And you can see Razig and Salah Mejri talking to each other. That's a lack of communication. Well, they did well on that play with Razig handing it off. So, I mean, Razig comes off. And it really is a quiet crowd in Tunisia. It's kind of like somebody let the air out of the bubble.
They're expecting a big victory, aren't they? They're expecting to see it be free-flowing offensively. A large victory for their team, and it's not been that way at all. Just the air being out of the arena, like you said. Maybe that will affect the team in the second half.
Traveling is the call on Henry Malinga. Michael roll back in, brings it up the floor. Kanua puts up a 3. And the kick on Salah Mejri, and it goes back to Uganda. So Uganda with an opportunity to get to 6 or 5 with a 3-pointer. And just trying to force it a little bit too much.
Spacing wasn't there.
Now Roll just floats in, he misses, but the follow from Ben Ramdam. He's been their best player, hasn't he?
Similar to Mariah from Egypt, he's just got a nose for the ball. Whenever there's a rebound, he's there or thereabouts. A loose ball, he's there. Just finds a way to score as well.
And quickly trying to get it into transition. Roll gets it back. El Mabrouk. Now Roll for 3. Off the side. Mejri with the rebound. Passes it back out. Kanua. Now El Mabrouk. Into Salah Mejri. And this time the center goes up and tries an impossible shot, but he had to because the shot clock is down to 1. 3-point attempt. Salah Mejri knocks it out. And Mejri's going to attempt a 3, and that clearly is not in his repertoire. It's almost like something you might expect in a round of good practice after the official part of the practice is over.
Or Dallas Mavericks practice now.
Now it's the Dallas Mavericks practice. I don't think he's going to be challenging Dirk for the honors of the 3-point shooting champion next year in that Dallas Mavericks team. Good hustle. Ben Ramdam gets down and puts it up. Could not hand it off to Roll, and again Tunisia come away with nothing. Really, they should have come away with something. Now Mejri out on the fast break. See if he gives it. Oh, behind the back pass! Oh, but a block. Good recovery from Uganda. But we saw a nice element to Salah Mejri's game. Did we just see that?
Yeah.
It's just a defensive show. Teams making some plays. 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Vanua goes baseline, no-look pass to Roll, and Roll just missed the easiest of reverse layups. You're talking about a polished offensive performer. That's not something you would expect from him.
I'm not sure he just didn't miss the layup off the pass and measure as well. You know. I'd like to see a replay, whether he did actually get blocked.
The final 6 seconds. Uganda going to put up the 3 near the end of the shot clock. Tunisia have just a little bit of time. Salah Mesri was challenged. So sort of a, I don't know, what would you say? It's end of a first half, the last several minutes for Tunisia. The crowd was quiet. They'll take a 10-point lead to halftime, but certainly a lot of work to do against Uganda after the break. Well, Ben Ramdan was the key man for Tunisia. Without him, they certainly wouldn't be on top 38-28. You could see both teams not really putting up great shooting percentages. 33% for Tunisia. Uganda doing a pretty good job on the boards.
It's been a frustrating first half of Tunisia. Hasn't it? You would expect this to be a domination. They haven't dominated in any area. They haven't done any area really well. They haven't shot the ball particularly well. They haven't finished at the ring. They haven't dominated on the glass. They haven't turned Uganda over. So, you know, that's why Uganda is still in the game, even though they've only scored 28 points. And, you know, similar to 2013, Tunisia winning, but not impressing right now. And this is the way they were in the first round of that competition. And the worrying thing for them is they went out early in the knockout game and said they need a better performance. Forget the scoreboard. They just need to play much better in the second half.
Stick around for second half action coming your way here from Tunisia. Tunisia on top, 38-28.
أحلى جمهور في العالم هو جمهور تونس. لكن لما الجمهور لازم نعطيكم موسيقى تحبوها. لا نقدم avec DJ Dunjumper. باشا خلينا نحن التونسية هذا كلام شمول الجمهور من الجمهور تونس. أغنية المفكة للجمهور من الجمهور والرسم.
38-28 is the lead for Tunisia over Uganda, but according to my partner in crime here, Lloyd Gardner, it's calls for alarm bells to start ringing because it's reminiscent of something that happened a couple of years ago when Tunisia perhaps weren't playing as well as they would have liked, and then once they got to the knockout round, they fell victim against Egypt.
I don't know if I said there's alarm bells ringing, but I said that, you know, they will want a better second half performance from this. We thought the first half might be subdued at some stage because of the nerves, you know, the tournament playing at home, the expectation, the pressure. But really, you know, the disappointing thing for me is they've allowed Uganda to win or challenge them on the effort areas. And that really can't happen in the second half because Tunisia have the better players. If they dominate those effort areas or they match those effort areas, it should lead to then a big victory for them. But they've been broken down defensively on the perimeter. They've allowed Uganda to get to the ring. They haven't dominated on the glass the way their size should lead them to. And because they don't rebound, or they haven't been rebounding very well or exceptionally, they haven't had that platform to run and then finish, get easy shots at the basket. And as you said, you know, we haven't seen a lot of post play from Tunisia. We haven't seen anything. You know, Mejri, how many times has he called it on the low block? How many times has Ben Ramdal called it on the low block? For me, that's where I would go if I was Tunisia early.
Let's see if they try to establish themselves down low. I think also Ochiti's early shooting kind of like took some of the wind out of their sails. They could have been off to the races if Ochiti hadn't come out and had that type of performance. He hit just jump shot after jump shot early on, and he has 15 points to lead his team. Of course, if you look at this one here, he shot that over Mejri. So he was doing it everywhere. Then he got down low and scored on that one over Mejri. So interesting first half for, you know, this is what AfroBaskets are all about. You just don't really know what to expect. Host nation, a little bit of pressure. Okay, maybe that's predictable. Uganda, you know, they've got nothing to lose. Come out here and enjoy their first time in the AfroBasket. Do they really believe they can go out and win this thing? And at the end of the day, is it, you know, with all four teams advancing, is it imperative for either of these teams to win? Well, certainly for Tunisia, they cannot afford to lose. Well, second half action underway. AfroBasket 2015. And Tunisia looking to pick it up a little bit here against a Uganda team they should beat handily, at least according to the power rankings and everything else. But you got to play the game, and Ben Ramadan guarded down low, 3 seconds. So Josh Johnson back in the game, starting at guard, and does a good job of defending. Now he brings it up the floor, passes to Ochiti. Makuza. And Makuza doesn't knock it down. Mesri hit the rebound. Also back into the game is Sebirumbi with the foul trouble, number 15. And quickly it goes, and this time the man that doesn't miss has been
He's been the linchpin, hasn't he? 12 points. So Uganda, there was a lot of movement last time. Not a lot really happened for them offensively.
Well, Ochiti, just like he started the first half, comes out and knocks down his first jumper. Points for him already. And good block from Sebirumbi. Another jump shot missed. And then Johnson has his pockets picked. Good play from number 6. These are Kenil. Sebirumbi, and his ball, the ball is knocked away by Salah Mesri, who hustles down the floor and puts it up off the glass.
And that's what you want to see from Mesri. You know, getting the steal, running the floor, then catch and finish. Not trying to dribble it, not going behind his back, anything like that.
Mesri bends over to help up the fallen Uganda player.
You know Mesri can do it, but you know others are better at doing that, and he's better at catching and finishing around the basket. So you know, that's my frustration with him at this level. Sometimes I think he gets a little too carried away, tries to do too much.
He gets out of his skill set a little bit.
It's not that he does things he can't do; he does things that he's not great at.
Right.
Whereas he should just stick to the things he's great at, because there's lots of them.
Well, penetration, the drive, and he banks it in. Good drive from number 9, Makuza.
Tough finish. I was about to say, doing great things like he's playing defense as he is there. Straight through, Mesri got the finish there, Makuza.
Ben Ramdan puts on the ground and kicks it, turns it over. Well, let me ask you this. Can it be in his skill set, but he's not great at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he can do it. You know, he brings the ball down the floor. He makes a pass off the dribble. Yeah, he can do it. It's no problem. But the point is,
he can do other things better.
Yeah, but he might be doing that to somebody else. You know, he's bringing it down the floor and giving it up to someone who can't finish at the ring as well as he can. So if they switched roles, the play would be more effective for the team.
3-point attempt, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. So Johnson comes out. Adidan hands it off to Roll. And Salah Mesri has the ball knocked away with 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Talatli wants to call a timeout to make sure his team gets a good play here. Also to arrest any momentum that might be going the other way. Talatli tries to draw up the play here. Let's see what happens coming out. I reckon that they would maybe get something inside to Mesri. Or they'll try to get something to Ben Ramdan.
Okay, guys, fight, let's go. We need to win this game, guys. Got the lead to 12 now. Score here, make it 14. Momentum in their favour. Why not practice something? may need as well later on in the tournament.
Comes to Michael Roll, and not what you want to happen after a timeout. Salah Mejri trying to get position is whistled for a foul. And Adil Delatli doesn't understand what his big fella did wrong there. Omwonyi has it, number 12. The contact and banks it in.
Impressive move. Under control, balanced. Contact as well.
Ramdam out into the corner, and a three-point shot from Nizar Kinua takes the lead up to 12 points. In fact, it was a 2. Here he is again, and Omwonyi starting to heat up a little bit. Three-pointer.
There's some room though. First half, those threes that he took were slightly challenged. Uganda, they've got to get some stops on this end as well though.
Ramdam drives in and puts it up and in.
Just so efficient. Every time he gets the ball, the play happens. It's a score, it's an assist, it's a rebound, it's an open shot for somebody.
It's not no good, but Sebirumbi gets the rebound, passes back outside. And that attempt from Maguire is off target. And foul called. The foul is number 4 on Sebirumbi. So that's not a good development. And we'll see a change coming here for Uganda. Pass to Roll on the left. That was long. And good job of bringing the ball up the floor. Almost took it all the way, did Maguire. Sebirumbi is going to stay in with 4 fouls and shoots it over the hoop. Now Tunisia come back quickly, no look pass to Ben Ramdam.
Beautiful transition play from Tunisia. Got the ball up the floor, barely touched the, barely a dribble.
Spin move inside, and Omwonyi draws the foul. So Sebirumbi is going to come out with the 4 fouls, and Henry Malinga comes in. Kind of get the feeling that it's going to be difficult for Uganda, even if Tunisia aren't playing at their best. Maybe just don't have quite enough weapons, but still they've had given a good account of themselves tonight against the AfroBasket hosts. Well, they might surprise me. So that depends on Tunisia, perhaps. Ramdam back to the basket, gets it to Roll, gets it back, and he was fouled as he made the pass. Foul is on number 9 for Uganda, Makuza. Michael Roll. And Rizzi getting up off the bench, as well as Elmel Brook. prone. Gayaza battles for the ball, but it goes back over.
Just not flowing quite yet for Tunisia, is it?
No.
And even though offensively they're opened up the lead again, they're getting good shots, just disjointed. They haven't put that. Just flow is the only way to describe it for me. Of their offense. It comes from early stages of a tournament.
Well, we haven't really seen it for anybody on opening day, so it's not shouldn't be surprised if we haven't seen it from Tunisia as well. Long jump shot, and there he is again, Henry Omwonye.
Perhaps Egypt had that flown better than anybody, but it could be argued that they faced the weakest competition of opening day as well.
True. Well, Omwonye now has 16 points. Is that right? No, sorry. It's
12.
12 points.
Yeah.
It's 19 points for Chitty, the leading scorer. He's looking on the wrong side of the board. Elmel Brook. And follow from Ben Rondon takes it back. 11-point lead.
He's been a class above everybody, hasn't he, so far in this game?
Yeah, you can't ask for much more than him, what he's done. Ochiti looked like he took some contact as he went across the lane. Didn't complain, just put the shot. You hear the slaps. Now he's going to post up, uses his body well. And a foul has been called on Elmel Brook.
To get it within single digits again, Uganda. They just won't go away for Tunisia.
Amin Razig is in the contest. Two free throws missed by Uganda. Let's see if that opens the floodgates. Danila gets inside, puts up a quick layup off the glass. Out of bounds. Gayaza.
That sort of sums them up, doesn't it? One good thing, nice penetration, they get the rebound, but then throw it straight out of bounds. Give it back, another opportunity for the Uganda to get back into this game. Stay within touching distance as they've done.
Well, Uganda, what have they done that gives them a hope for having a good AfroBasket? I guess not against the host and done well.
Yeah, well, it looks like they've got a go-to guy. And this man here, let's see, as long as he can continue to shoot the ball well. When you have somebody, a staple, could score on the inside and the outside, it gives your team an opportunity to stay with anybody. A good rebounding team. Again, if they're not going to get dominated on the glass, defensively it helps. They've kept Tunisia to 54. And now, apart from that first quarter where Tunisia had 24, defensively they've been very good through this next sort of 28 minutes or so.
Air ball from Akuza, not what they needed. Uganda trying to stop Ben Rondon with a foul called before the shot.
But they can't stop him.
He didn't really have that much success when he was in Spain, from what I remember, in Murcia. Came back to this part of the world. Some players just don't settle, really.
Yeah, I mean, his problem is really he's a four. He's an undersized four. That's where he's really efficient, because he has the ability to beat people off the dribble, shoot it, stretch the defense. If he's playing at the three, he's not quite as creative against a smaller defender, and he doesn't get the same opportunity to post up. But he's averaged more than 12 a game at every international competition for Tunisia since 2010. He had solid numbers in the ACB, 6 points a game, 3.5 rebounds on a team in Murcia, which wasn't particularly successful in that year. Pretty decent numbers, but obviously he's a superstar over here in Tunisia.
Uganda played good defense and forced the shot clock violation as Mesri looks on. So in a way, what you're saying is with Ben Makram, his issue is away from Tunisia. Is he's kind of a tweener?
Yeah, I think
not
so.
a genuine power forward, but also not a genuine small forward.
Yeah, I think at the highest levels, that's the thing. If you say the ACB or EuroLeague, or the NBA, very high levels of world basketball, that's perhaps his problem. Anything outside of that, you drop down to that next tier. I think, he's a fabulous player, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of his. I would have him on almost any team that I was coaching, that's for sure.
Well, 45.6 seconds remaining and timeout on the floor by Uganda. They trail 54-41.
Right? Keep working.
Tunisia continue to get more joy in the lane or inside the arc, and Uganda not getting the threes to fall really in this third quarter. And despite that, they've been able to stay in touching distance with Stephen Owonye, especially effective.
Owonye's been the only real presence offensively for them in the third period. Scored 13 points. That's 12. I'm sure he had a half-time, was it 2?
You can see Salah Mesri has the 7 points and 9 rebounds for Tunisia.
And a couple of blocks.
And that was the pick of them, I think, right there. Catching the alley-oop pass.
He's also summed up Tunisia because he's, he hasn't played badly. He's done fine. 7 points, 5 rebounds, decent numbers, but he hasn't dominated. There's no one really on this Ugandan team that could guard Salah Mesri, but they haven't been able to exploit that fact. They haven't really gone to him and have him just be unguardable.
Yep, well, one more rebound, he'll be in double digits in that territory, and you'd expect him to finish with a double-double. Now, this is his first. Second. So 55-41 here coming up to the end of the third quarter, the opening day of the AfroBasket. And Tunisia on top, but that man again, he doesn't stop shooting the threes, does he? Ochiti with 20. 4 of 8 from long range. It would almost be a shame if they get blown out in the end, because they've done a great job of just kind of hanging around.
Well, they're going to make it interesting. And you never know, like we talked about before the game, through the whole of the first half. Going down the stretch, if you allow yourself to be in a game, you never know what could happen. All it takes is one of those to drop for you, one to bounce out for the other team. And we've seen crazy games like this one. The teams have come from behind. Yeah, absolutely.
We're seeing some missed free throws now from Tunisia. So, yeah, this thing not over by a long stretch.
The longer it goes and the closer it stays, the harder it becomes to score for Tunisia. Every score becomes difficult. The basket becomes a little bit smaller.
Boozer checks out, and Joseph Ekong comes in, number 7. And traveling, as they call on 1 year.
8 seconds, a lot of time here for Tunisia.
Yeah, that's a tough way to turn it over for Uganda. Keone drives in, hands it off to Razig, and puts it up, and good execution that time from the host nation. So that basket gives Tunisia a 14-point advantage with a quarter remaining. Here it is again. Chitty a little bit slow in reacting, getting over. You would think that Uganda would have been better with three-point shooting, which is 6 of 21. Tunisia's field goal percentage is not quite as good as you would expect.
Okay, guys.
They're dominating, but they're kind of on top in these categories.
ما خلوش لحد الاخر المنطقه
It's not something that you look out for. You're not going to notice sitting over there.
We are struggling. Steve, stepping up on offense. All right? We need 3 guys, 4 guys. Right? Be effective on that one
Dominating, the numbers are getting better.
Right?
You know, the rebounding margin is spread, their shooting percentage, especially, is going up.
We screen, we touch, we drive and kick.
Lead out even
Those
more.
simple basic things.
Advantage.
Right? Call the plays. We don't have the option, the first option. We have the second. We have the third. Okay, let's be smart. Let's be aggressive.
Well, you can see the looks of belief in the eyes of the Uganda players. They haven't lost hope. And let's see which team that was looking on. It's the main event tonight in sports here in the country. Well, if you've just come back, it's the start of the 4th quarter, and as you can see there on the scoreboard, Tunisia on top by 14 points against Uganda. Last game of the day before we all go to bed and think about day 2. And traveling is the call. So another turnover hurts Uganda. Quickly to the other end goes Tunisia, and they pass it back out. Over to Razi, goes back to his right. Kanua, bounce pass. Gaza goes up in position, but I think Machiti got his hands on it pretty quickly. They don't mess around. They get down the floor and score, and it's an and 1 for Uganda. Good play from Inabu.
Fantastic transition. So both teams really not afraid of the open floor. Uganda can get to the ring and finish and get some easy scores. And for Tunisia, they like a high tempo. They've got good athletes as well. Maybe at this stage of the game with this score, Uganda it is that will prefer more up and down tempo.
Well, with their struggles offensively, I think there's no question they would like to get more in transition.
Sure they don't foul too often. They bailed out the offense of Tunisia by committing a cheap foul.
That air ball from Mohamed Abbasi, and then the El Mabrouk foul. And again, Uganda just have not gone away. Back to 11. Didn't really run much for Chitty here in the second half. He's going to come up with the second pick. Probably paying more close attention to him. Now that was a very makeable shot for Omwani, but it's off target.
And there on the glass, though, is that that's the fouls against so when you be the rebounder.
And then it gets inside to Abbasi. That's more like it. Good work from Bizarre Kanua. Pass quickly. Good help defense from El Mabrouk. Chitty on the baseline. The offensive rebound for Uganda. Winnie off target. And again, another foul called on Tunisia. Elmo Brook. Elmo Brook picks up his third foul. 13-point game. Still plenty of time. 8 minutes to go for Uganda. Intercepted, but then not controlled by Gayaza. Is he trying to hand it off to Zeke? Sure took it.
Frustrated faces though. His own this time.
They tried to get it to Chitty in the lane. Zeke pulls it back. Run the offense. It's in. He's fouled. Number 5, Nabu. You see the ball went out of bounds. Elmo Brook out. And Michael roll back in for Tunisia. They get it into Josh Johnson right off the bench. Hits the long jump shot.
Good play from Johnson. Recognised that he struggled to get it in bounds. Freed himself.
Puts up the long one, and Johnson with the rebound. Good look. Johnson sits at one. Mikey put up another. He falls down. Chitty puts up a three. Now we see Omonye. Another Michael roll. Roll hasn't made quite the impact that I would have expected tonight from him. Zig has the ball knocked out of his hands. And then Tunisia get it right back. Off the roll. Over to Zig. And Zig drives in and backs it in.
Finish off the run. Shimmy.
I think Salatli wanted a timeout until Uganda went down and turned it over. Chitty now. Mismatch, and he is fouled as he backs up Kamiwa. Now Salam Mejri is going to come back in for Gayaza. And Saya also coming back in for Kamiwa. So Kamiwa leaves up and picked up the foul on Chitty. Chitty also comes out.
Remember, he started the game at the point pretty well in his 8 minutes.
Yeah, really.
Hasn't come back.
Well, maybe Talatli is trying to get his guys in the flow. Right in the end of the shot clock. Ball stays out. Good hustle from Uganda. Anyway, the ball goes back over. Look at this. Mesri possibly see out the final 5.5 minutes. Here he is. Puts it up off the glass. Misses. Aggressive move. That was good. Down. Johnson. Offensive foul called. I think it's against Omonyi. Omonyi has to check out of the game. Good hustle from him. Hasn't really been firing on all cylinders, although he did have some moments where he was effective. Like I said, running the point now. Ball's in Rolls' hands. Medri turns, draws the foul, and has to go to the free throw line. Makes the first. So he was 1 of 4 before that attempt. And now 2 of 5. Kawanyi picked up the foul, his second. Zig comes out of the game.
These 2 possessions, first time we've really seen Medri get the ball in the paint, get it in the low block at all, is it? And he's missed one. Fouled on the second.
Did he not just make 2? What's going on? Maybe he took the other one too soon. So the 2 free throws, 64-49. My mind's playing tricks on me. Ball goes out, and a nice shot made. And a little bit of celebration there from Samuel Kawanyi.
20 years of age, enjoying his moment.
It's a big opportunity for all these guys. Not only playing at the AfroBasket, but playing the AfroBasket hosts. And this time the foul was called on Kawanyi, holding Salah Medri. Salah Medri, Kawanyi picked up the foul. He just hit that jump shot. Medri's kind of holding his stomach as if he was grabbed there, or maybe he scooped an elbow or something. See, gets it to Ben Rondon, puts it up and draws the foul. Foul the guy at the end of the shot clock.
Just so smart from Ben Rondon. The defenders pushing on him because they're expecting him to catch it, get position, and then make a move. But watch what he does. He just gets it, just immediately jumps. Yeah. You know, so while the defender's trying to get position to stop a dribble or a move one way or another, Ben Rondon just goes straight up, catches him off guard.
So Ben Rondon, the steadiest of the Tunisian performers tonight. 19 points.
He just stands for his free throws. He's so far off the foul line. It's something I remember from 2013 as well. He's 6 inches away from the free throw line.
And also slightly to the left. They have a lead now. 5 points, or 15 points. So Uganda have, I think they've had their chances. They just haven't been able to get over the hump. Chiti comes back in, as well as Omonyi.
Positive signs for Uganda. The biggest problem for them is this group. It's such a tough group, Group A. You've got Tunisia in, you've got Nigeria in it as well. And we saw the Central African Republic as well. They're what a dangerous team they are. You know, they can give teams in this top level of competition problems going forward. So, 3 good teams really that Uganda have to face off against.
So you would pretty much expect them to go ahead and face a difficult first knockout game.
Yeah, and then the problem for them is they're on the crossover with Angola. Yeah. So if Angola do go ahead and win Group B and Uganda finish 4th, they've had to face Uganda,
A dominant team. Yeah.
Angola, Tunisia and Nigeria in their 4 games. So a very tough draw for them.
But on the other hand, you want to play the best. It's only going to help you get better. A swat from Salah Mejri. And that's what the crowd wants to see. Ben Ramdan over the roll for 3. Drills it. It was a 3. So he's got 5 points. That's his first 3 after missing his first 5 attempts. That could be important to them. As they try to get more and more people some confidence. Now the turnover for Uganda. And Uganda want to call a timeout with 3 minutes remaining. Here again, Johnson handed it off beautifully. And then Salah Mejri was just there for the rejection. And then Michael Roll clearly behind the line celebrates his first 3-pointer in the official competition for Tunisia.
Give them something different. The problem for Tunisia, Egypt going forward is this
Stay
point
together. Keep playing together.
Ben
Play that
Ramdan
motion.
is a fantastic player. Mejri,
Okay,
they can
play
use
that
it
motion.
effectively.
We're playing good defense.
All
All right, we're playing good defense. Reward again on offense. All right? Let's get our energies up. Let's match up.
They punish you. And that's where perhaps we call it naivete from Uganda, or maybe they just need to be recognized. That you can't turn the ball over.
Bring the ball on 5. Come here and substitute.
It's also different competition to what they're used to. They've stepped up and set that adjustment that they have to make. So we'll see if that number comes down as the team goes on from Uganda. Certainly about Tunisia as well, though. The question for me, the point guard play. Do they have the creativity? Because you look at the perimeter players, Roll doesn't really create his own shot. Really, none of the guards do. They're all very good shooters. They're all quite similar. You've got no one out there that's just going to go one-on-one at the end of a shot clock and get his own look very easily.
So the final 3 minutes, and Tunisia, the host of AfroBasket 2015, trying to finish strong. And is that Ben Ramdan yet again? Yes, it was indeed. 22 points for him. He's the player of the game.
7 of 9, 2-point range.
He hasn't really forced anything. Seven room was no good. Now Tunisia quickly. Saya takes it back. Oh, a bat has flown into the arena. I wonder where Manu Ginobili is now. And now, Abbasi rather. Abbasi's had some struggles, but he knocks down a jumper, so that's good for his confidence. And there's very definitely a bat hovering above the floor. I remember Ginobili swatting one down once while he was playing with San Antonio. Anyway, Tunisia quickly to the other end. Drive, the penetration, and Ben Ramdan gets inside again. So Ben Ramdan, still only 26 years old. A long way to go, doesn't it?
So efficient. 22 points, 5 rebounds. It's 10 of 14 from the field. Oh, excuse me, 9 of 14 from the field.
Free throws are good, so Tunisia have blown this thing open here in the last couple minutes. 75-52 over Uganda. I think overall, the occasion for them, really, for their first game has been a positive experience, and that people will be, should back home be looking favorably upon it. Here's Josh Johnson, takes it after the turnover, tries to make the pass, leads to Salah Mejri with the two-handed reverse jam. Passes it out. Miss from Kawanyi. Final 37 seconds to go. Abasi from the baseline. And now over to Josh Johnson. Posting up down low, back outside. Onye, so Onye drills the long one. For the final 10 seconds. And Tunisia, well, it hasn't been a thing of beauty, but they're leading, and Salah Mejri had to try to before the end of the game. They win it 77-55. They get off to a winning start here against the Uganda team that gave a good account of themselves really for about 35 minutes. And they just pretty much ran out of steam. And that is the last game of opening day here at AfroBasket 2015. Difficult day for Adel Talatli, his mother passing away, but also hosting the Eurobasket. We've seen his team come out and win by 22 points over Uganda. Overall, they had 11 more baskets inside the arc than Uganda, and they had more joy on the boards as well. What do you think about Tunisia moving forward?
Job done today. The most important thing was they won. They've got that off the back. They can now look to build and go forward. For me, they scored 77 points, but still offensively, I think they've got a lot more to go. So without that creativity at the point guard position, they've got to get a lot slicker in their offense to be able to get good shots at people. And Mejri, I would like to see him touch it around the ring far more than he does.
And to focus on the things that he does well.
Does brilliantly.
Does brilliantly.
Yes.
Block shots and get out transition. Anyway, it's a win for Tunisia. That's it for day one at the AfroBasket, folks, here in Tunisia. Thanks for watching.
والتقينا غدا ان شاء الله بزياد جهوي افرو باسكيت